Hey guys. Sorry, caught me buried in my notes. It's 2 weeks, and man, I'm in overdrive. And loving it. Shout out to D-Love Savion for sharing all his little nuggets of knowledge about the pageantry world. Well, we're moving right along, guys. Week 3. And well, I wanted to bring up something that's huge in our world now, and that's social media. That's right. All of what we do is always involved, whether we're tagging ourselves at a show, tagging ourselves with other kings that are on Facebook or Instagram, or just hashtagging different projects we're involved in. It's all part of what we do, and it's all part of building our brand. So, I wanted to bring in a professor to talk about that. And I've got all the way from Boston, Massachusetts, Mr. Jayden Jamison.
Hi, welcome to Drive You. I'm Jayden Jamison, K.A. St. James. So, I'm here to talk to you a little bit about branding. So, personally, my branding came out of necessity. I had recently won a national title as Mr. Gay United States 2016. And my job was to find my successor. So I had 1 year to find my successor. So I had a couple of things, I had to work with. I had a smaller pageant system that many people didn't know even crowned in the MI division, male illusionist division. 2, I knew that I needed to hit social media real hard just to get the word out there that this division even existed for Gay United States. 3, I had to reach as many kings as possible in 1 year to get them interested. So what I did was I first went out and had professional photos made, because obviously, a bathroom selfie doesn't really work really well for a promotional poster. So in order to be taken seriously, you need to look professional. So that was my first step. I had professional photos made. Once those professional photos came back, I made marketing with those photos. And what I did was I wished everybody a happy birthday with my photo and my title for 1 whole year straight. Sounds narcissistic, but that was my 1 year reign, and that was my opportunity to get my name out as much as possible in 1 year. With that alone, that helped a lot, because I was getting friend requests from people that I didn't even know existed. Drag kings, femmes, drag queens, misters who were contacting me. And 2, I reached out to other national pageant systems, Unlimited, Renaissance, Entertainer of the Year, US of A. These were all pageant systems that crowned in the MI division. I contacted their national title holders so I could build relationships with them, because as drag kings, we all know we're all in the same boat. The overall goal as a drag king is to help build the drag king community. I knew that the more I could do with my national reign, the more attention I could bring to drag kings. Maybe one less time another performer would have to explain to people what a drag king was, and that was my end goal. So I went to these other national pageant systems, met their national title holders. I did their national walk so people could put a face to a name. They could see that I was approachable. They could see that I wasn't that far displaced from where they were. With a little work and creativity, they could be standing where I was. So that's how I hit it hard with my branding. Another thing I did is I created t-shirts. So people, like I said, could put more of a face on a name so they could see me out. They're like, oh, that's Jayden. So they knew. So regardless whether or not you see yourself as a pageant king or not, your brand is your reign, or else essentially your reign for yourself, regardless whether or not you are representing someone else or a pageant system yourself. You are branding yourself. You're representing yourself to the community, whether or not it be just in your own town, in your country, or internationally. Your brand is who you are and what you stand by as, what your goals and your philosophy as a drag performer is. I've always believed that as a drag performer, it is a privilege, not a right. And if you keep that in mind, you can't go wrong, because it's a guiding principle that once you step on stage, you realize you're a public figure, you're a role model to other people. People are looking up to you. What you do in terms of what numbers you decide to do and how you act and hold yourself on stage says a lot about who your character is and what your morals are and what you're saying about society in its as a whole. That's huge. That's a huge responsibility to have, and that's huge privilege to have, because you yourself can have a say and impact how people treat each other. So that's my belief on that. Further branding, you know, it also goes to say, when you brand yourself, you got to be, as you build yourself, you got to be careful making sure that you keep your nose clean, so to speak. There's a lot of different personalities in drag. You know, people's egos get in the way. Also, keep that negative stuff off of Facebook. That's why you need that core group of your own people in your realm, whether or not to be inside of drag or outside of drag, people that you can vent to, you can talk to about other problems that are going on. But like I said, people are watching you now. Now you've become a public figure. You know, you are your brand. So, you know, character is who you are. Reputation is what people think of you. You know, you want to make sure that your character lines up with everyone who comes in contact with you. That, you know, people say one thing about you, but people who actually know you know your character. You know, make your character your reputation. You know, make them one and the same. And with that said, I'm Jayden Jamison, K.A. St. James, Mistah Boston Pride. Hit me up, any of my brothers. You guys happen to be in the Boston area, you can find me on Instagram at QNTran07, or also on Facebook, Win, Q-U-Y-E-N, Tran, parentheses, Jayden Jamison. All right, until then, I'll see you on stage.